Viruses started inhabiting the Earth long before humans did. It is very possible that they will live here long after we're gone. Today people perceive viruses as enemies, although some types of viruses live inside us all the time. Together with various bacteria and fungi, viruses help form our internal microbiome. However, people's wariness is quite understandable. Throughout history of the mankind, viral illnesses have been the cause of every major epidemic and pandemic. The viruses are indeed frightening. Their sheer nature makes them dangerous since they are evolving at an astonishing rate and are practically always changing.
Viruses are more prone to undergo mutation than bacteria. It is true that bacteria also change a lot, but the number of alterations that viruses undergo is infinitely greater. It happens because they contain RNA or DNA.
Just recently, we witnessed an example of a virus easily covering distances and resisting to various conditions. It took a couple of months for the COVID-19 virus to spread all over the world. Within 2 years, it consistently mutated to create new variants, their names reaching the 15th letter of the Greek alphabet. With modern medicine, the mankind was able to cope with the situation relatively quickly. It would have been more dreadful in the past. However, it's the development of human civilization that was partly responsible for the recent pandemic. Human activity keeps affecting the global climate, reducing territories that have long belonged to animals. Ironically, along with territories, we are taking away their diseases.
The peculiarity of the current century is that the viruses that previously caused diseases only in animals today are infecting humans too. First and foremost, I think the reason for that lies in our lifestyle, or rather, conditions of life. Nowadays, we create comfortable conditions, which leads to more frequent and impactful interference in the environment.
It is reassuring that terrible viral attacks happen either rarely or locally, on a scale of an epidemic, not a pandemic. In most of the cases, we suffer from simple seasonal infections.
For example, the incidence of the common cold and influenza normally happen from October to May, and viral hepatitis occurs during the same season. Hepatitis A is more common in the summer because of the fecal-oral mode of transmission. Incidence of meningitis is also seasonal. The upsurge happens in fall, winter, and spring. As for intestinal infections, they also tend to be seasonal, summertime being the most active period. When talking about disease incidence, in addition to seasonality, there is another important factor to consider: its frequency of the disease incidence. When we are aware of the frequency, we can take preventive measures, such as vaccination. By providing the necessary level of vaccination, we can create collective immunity or herd immunity. The population becomes protected even if they are exposed to viruses. In such cases, viruses cannot be transmitted and disease incidence decreases.
Medicine is developing and viruses are being studied. We already can't defeat many of them, and the rest we learn to control with the help of vaccines. Mankind has not come up with a better alternative yet, but even this tool is quite powerful and worth using. It is important to keep in touch with doctors and consider various predispositions or traits that we have, because each person is different. And of course, it is important to remember another powerful weapon in the battle against viral infections: our immunity. The good old exercise, healthy diet, body tempering still work and can even surprise with how beneficial they are for the immune system.